Like if you found the video valuable. For 2 months straight, I saw her every morning at exactly 8:05. Same spot, same seat, car 3 of the eastbound train. She always had a book in her lap and earbuds in, but she never looked down. Always staring out the window. Quiet, calm, kind of lost in thought. I don't know what drew me in. Maybe it was the way she smiled to herself, like she was remembering something no one else knew. Or maybe it was because she looked like the only person on that crowded train who wasn't in a rush to be anywhere. I never said a word to her. I just watched, from 2 rows behind. Always 2 rows. I told myself I didn't want to come off weird, but maybe I was just afraid. Her name? I didn't know it, but I started calling her 8:05 in my head. Sometimes I wondered if she even noticed me. Other times, I convinced myself she didn't. But I always hoped, in the smallest corner of my heart, that she did. Then one morning, she wasn't there. I got on the train, looked to her seat, empty. No book, no coffee cup, just an absence that felt louder than the chatter around me. I told myself she probably missed the train. Maybe she was running late. But she wasn't there the next day either. Or the day after that. A week passed. Then 2. She was gone. And something about that stuck with me. It's strange how someone you never speak to can still leave a hole when they disappear. Like the world has slightly shifted and no one but you noticed. Then one morning, I did something I'd never done before. I sat in her seat. Just to see what she saw out the window. Just to feel a little closer to the version of the world she must have known. It was a strange comfort, her view. Like sitting in someone else's memory. That's when I noticed it, taped to the underside of the tray table. A note, folded, carefully, with one word on the outside, stranger. I looked around. My heart jumped into my throat. I opened it. To the guy who always sat 2 rows behind me, I noticed. I always noticed. You never looked directly at me, but I saw your reflection in the window. Every day, you were part of my morning routine. I didn't know if you were shy, or just polite. But I hoped one day you'd say hello. I'm moving to another city, new job, new chapter. But I wanted you to know, you made my mornings better. If by some miracle you find this, I left my email. Maybe say hello, finally? Elise. At the bottom was a Gmail address. My hands shook. I sat there for a while, just stunned. How do you respond to something like that? I read the letter 5 times before typing anything. And even then, all I could manage was, "Hi Elise. This is the guy from 2 rows back. I saw your note." I smiled for the first time in a week. She replied 5 minutes later. And it was like we'd known each other for years. We started writing back and forth, long emails at first. About books, about music, about the weird people who fall asleep snoring on trains and the quiet beauty of fog on glass. Then came voice notes. Then video calls. We never forced anything. It just flowed. I found out she had been waiting to move for months but couldn't bring herself to leave the city. Until she finally did. And she left that note on a whim, thinking I'd probably never see it. But I did. 3 months later, I bought a train ticket to her city. The train left at 8:05. I wore the same coat she once said she liked in a voice note. And this time, I didn't sit 2 rows behind. I sat beside her. She didn't say anything at first. She just smiled. Then she pulled out a book. And placed it halfway between us. And we read together, the world passing quietly outside the window.